Charles, what's up, dude?
What's up, Max? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's good to see you. Sorry, we're kind of in this remote deal, but appreciate you kind of bearing with us here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. How's well, let's just again kind of dive in. Same question I asked Jalen, but you came here straight out of high school. I mean, you should have still been in high school. You turned 18 in what, February?
February.
So you were doing tour duty. You're still 17 years old. Decide to yeah, exactly. Forgo that last semester of high school to go ahead, get up here, get to work. Looking back at the spring, where do you feel like you grew the most as both a player and as just a maybe a person or an athlete in general?
Uh, tour duty actually brought me a long way. I learned a lot about myself in tour duty, just the mentality and the push and desire to fight through hard times and adversity. Yeah, cause I don't know if you was there to watch, but it get real.
It's also
But
saw some videos. Looked a little.
during spring ball, I was kind of I had a foot injury, an ankle injury. I had got sick for a couple days. And right then and there, it just taught me things gonna happen. And a lot hit me at one time, and I was able to make a recovery and make it back by the time the spring game. So that right there just put a lot on my plate, and I was just focused on getting back healthy and getting back on the field.
And what was that? I guess what was that moment like? You as a recruit, you came up here several times. You were very locked into Florida State from pretty early in your recruitment. What was the feeling of being in Doak Campbell as a player on the field with fans in there for the first time like?
I was just talking about this the other day. I said when I first stepped on the field, it felt like a movie. It didn't feel real. I just even during some of the plays out there that I was on the field, I just after each play I just look up and be like, this can't be real.
Sorry, I have my daughter. She's over there on her iPad tapping very loudly. Love you so much, baby. But no, dude, and it was cool to see you out there because it was almost like, oh man, Charles Lester is a Knoll. He's out here.
Yeah,
He's in Doak Campbell. Like, we kind of ignore the construction over on the one side there, but
yeah, that had the
you,
stands looking kind of ugly.
yeah. Well, there, it's but to make them
It's
look
coming
beautiful,
together though. It's coming together.
But yeah, no, it was a surreal experience though. Again, seeing all y'all get to run out there for the first time and. Um, just what was kind of your biggest takeaway from the spring game, like getting to do it at full speed? Was there anything specific where you're like, all right, that's something I got to work on this summer? Was it more just like you said, processing the kind of movie like atmosphere being in Doak or
Yeah, that's all it was like. Just soaking in the moment and just being thankful to be out there in that stadium on the field, like in game action. Like, 'cause, I done been to multiple games. I done sat on the sideline, so to be able to run around and actually be the player that's playing with the jersey on, that's all it was. I mean, because we had scrimmages, we went against each other in practice. Like we went full speed in practice, like to the ground. So I mean, that wasn't my deal. My deal was just going out there getting comfortable around a big stadium, around a big crowd. Just a warm up just for the game at Ireland. That's the debut, so I know it's gonna be rocking. It's gonna be a lot of stands, a lot of noise and stuff. So that was my biggest takeaway of just getting comfortable with the atmosphere and being on live television playing football.
yeah? I mean, you're not really one to shy away from the camera. We know that you've had some pretty some pretty cool videos in your day,
Yeah.
and you kind of soak it all in. But one thing, and then we're gonna get to Brett's question, folks. If you have questions, drop in the chat. But I want to make sure we get to this. But one thing about you, while you are someone, again, you got a big personality, and all of that. Like you're someone that really gives back. I mean, in February, you let Kevin and I come down and film
Yeah.
the football day you were doing for your neighborhood. You gave bikes away to kids. You had like 2 bounce houses set up. I think you ended up playing like touch football with a bunch of kids under the age of
Yeah.
12 for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
man. So where does that come from? That desire again, like you've been on campus a month and you're already going back to your community and making sure to give back to kids.
Before I got here, it just been a long journey. Like, and the kids, they one of the people who kept me pushing. Like, I noticed that a lot of kids look up to me, and I noticed like just from being in public, walking around my neighborhood, or being at my football game, the kids just gravitate towards me, and I just took that and ran with it. I know if no one can do it, I mean the time is now, and I can do it. And I like being around the kids. I mean, it
Yeah.
just brings another side of happiness out of me. Just get my mind off a lot of things and just enjoy the moment in the day. And like my mom, when I was younger, my mom used to always have all my friends over and stuff. So she was the type to like the kids and just be around the kids. She'd take us Orlando, stuff like that. So I feel like that's where I get that from.
Yeah, man. Well, again, we'll dive into the questions here, but I want to make sure you highlight that because it was really special, man. And we appreciate you letting us come down there.
We
And
ain't done. I ain't
but,
done yet.
oh yeah, no, that's just the first one. We'll be on the 5th annual, 6th annual. We got years of that to do, man. But
Yes, sir.
Brett Taylor asks Charles, how much weight have you gained since getting into Storm's weight room and eating with the nutrition staff?
I gained. I came in at around like 185. I mean, my top weight I got to in the spring, and up to this point was like 196. So I gained some weight. As I
Okay.
mentioned earlier, I had got sick, so that knocked me off the groove a little bit. But I got it back around that 195 area. On a
Yeah.
bad day, probably 190, but I'm feeling good.
Yeah, still moving. Everything's still they're still making sure you run. It's not like you're just
Yes,
gaining weight
sir.
room weight. So that's functional stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
James B, thank you for the super chat. Again, folks, super chats, we'll jump it right to the top. He says, good evening, Charles. So happy to have you as a member of the tribe. Obviously, you have to play both, but do you prefer press man or zone coverage?
Uh, that's a good question because I'd say zone coverage. I could watch the quarterback. I could be able to bait the quarterback. And, you get a lot of plays. You get a lot of chances at interceptions in zone coverage. I mean, because you can see the field, you can see what's going on, you can see the ball coming, and you can see like where the quarterback eyes is taking you. I mean, press man. I mean, you're more locked in on the receiver. I mean, you have to man turn. Your back might be towards the quarterback. You might have to play through the hands. I mean, I know all defensive backs like picks, so I'd say zone coverage. But I mean, we play a lot of man coverage. I mean, it's barely any zone coverage here, so
Yeah. Well, we saw
it's
you.
kind of taking me away from the zone coverage side. I mean, I'm starting to like to play man,
I was saying, I
but
bet that extra size helps a little bit too when you're playing that press man coverage.
press
And
man, yeah, I got these long arms. I can be able to touch the receiver a little bit better. But me and Coach Cain, we in the lab, we working.
yeah, no, exactly. Austin Hack asks, what is your biggest personal goal that you hope to achieve this season?
This season, I just want to be the best me. I want to help my team in the best way I can. I want to make as many plays I can. I want to accomplish all like the accolades and achievements and the rewards that I can just for my family and just be the best me. I want to go out there and be better than I was last week. Like the game before each game, I want to get better. I want to make plays every week.
Yeah, man. And Thomas Crane, sorry, I keep doing this in my head because actually, spoiler alert, have the tripod in the middle of the screen. Thomas Crane asks, what's been the biggest challenge so far at FSU? And what area of your game do you want to improve the most?
The biggest challenge, I'd say the biggest challenge so far is time management.
Okay.
Because all the football stuff, it comes natural. I mean, if you're an athlete, you're used to playing football, and this is what you do. I mean, you're going to experience you're going to experience adversity, like within workouts, but you're going to get back up. That's a true football player. I mean, that's not an excuse. You're going to face adversity. So I'd say time management, just from transitioning from high school to college, just being able to manage my time better within going to class, going to workouts, doing extra workouts, treatment, film, all that stuff like that. So I'm getting better though. From the start, I'm getting better. I'm being able to manage time and make times where I could be here.
Well, it's a lot, man. Like, we forget, right? Folks who maybe are a little older, the first time, you get to college, that's the first time you're adjusting to, some of the classes are only on these
Mm-hmm.
days, some are only on these days, and some
Yep.
are online, and you're just trying
Yep.
to get your head around that. And, you also then have tour duty at 6 in the morning, then you have lift, treatment, and practice. So, yeah, no, I could see that being an adjustment. And LeVar asked, how the transition's been going, but also has the transition overall been harder or maybe easier than you thought it was going to be?
I'd say it's pretty much what I expected, but if anything, I'd say it's been a little bit easier. Because everyone going from high school to college, before you get there, everyone, college is gonna be hard. College,
Yeah.
the workout's gonna be hard. School's gonna be hard, or so from hearing all that, I mean, it was more smooth. We have a lot of resources and a lot of people around the stadium that help. So I'd say they made it way easier and way smoother than what some people expect it to be.
It's good to hear, man. I mean, look, obviously the resources are working out. The team's had the highest APR it's ever had. It
Yeah.
seems like there's new people on the Seminole Scholars every week. And does it also help, again, just coming into a program where like the coaching staff is so heavy on the off the field stuff? Like, it's not like you're having to set the example. You've got everyone ahead of you who's already like, no, man, this is just how we do it. We go to class,
Yeah.
we get our stuff done. We use these resources. We take care of it. Does that make the transition a little easier as well?
Yes, just like Jalen Brown said, as I was watching, like the coaches, especially Coach Norvell, like he's high and strong on off the field activity, like what you're doing on your off time, how you doing to best prepare yourself for the next day, the next practice. I mean, for the rep right there, I mean it's not always football. I mean, he speaks all day about how you carry yourself, like how is you
Yeah.
improving as a man, is you taking care of your family, is you in the books. Like that's him.
Yeah, and we get to see the culture firsthand. Now, speaking of culture, Hunter Gray asks, how many people have you seen Coach Odell Higgins yell at for drinking Gatorade instead of Powerade so far?
I'm glad you just said that. I promise to God, the other day I walked in from, I don't know if you know, like the weight room.
Yeah.
The parking lot by the weight room. I was walking in, I had like a little small bottle of Gatorade. He said, "Come here, Charles." He called me Kool-Aid because on the visit, him and my aunt, they shared a moment where they had some sweet Kool-Aid, so he been calling me Kool-Aid since. He like, "Come here." Like, now what I told you about that Gatorade? Okay, our rivals Florida Gators, so we have Powerade. So he like, "Man, take that stick off." So he ripped the whole sticker off my bottle
Like
and
right
he
there.
threw it away. He said, "Next time, don't even bring that bottle in here." He a true Seminole. He been here for a while. He been here the longest. Like,
Dude, he's
so
been here longer than I've been
so
alive.
he's serious about stuff like that. Like that was my second time. That was his second time talking to me about a Gatorade bottle.
Yeah. So yeah, that's wow. So it's happened to you personally. That's amazing. Actually, I will say this: Ryan Fitzgerald did that to me one time too. I had a Gatorade.
Yeah,
He was like, "What was that?" I was like, "Nothing, man." So
yeah. They
bottle I
don't play
found on the
about
side of the
that.
street. What do we do?
I
You got to
don't. I don't see how I'm picky on that either, because I can see someone with the Gators logo or anything. I'd be like, I don't be like, ew, like.
Nah, we'll follow Odell's standard. I think that's the way to be. I'm with him. And I love that he still sticks to that, man. How many Glenn Elliott asks, how many pick sixes are y'all getting this year between the room?
As a group, I mean, we're gonna get a whole bunch of them, but individually, I want to get as many as I can. Add some pick sixes in there, some
Were you were you at
pass
the Southern Miss
breakups.
game? Were you at the Southern Miss game last year when Jarian ran the one right into
Yeah,
the
James, the pick
intersection?
six. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was there.
Do you have like a
No, I was not
celebration you
there.
think
I
you
didn't. I
do?
didn't make it that game. I ain't make it that game.
Oh man. Well, you saw a few of it. Do you have a celebration picked out that you'll do if you take one to the end zone?
Nah, my first pick six. I'm gonna just probably send a prayer up to my mom or something. But I'll worry about celebrations after that. I know the first one I'll do something to honor my mom.
I
'Cause
love
I
that,
know
man.
I'm at her favorite school, and I just want to have my first special play anyway. I just want to give all the honor to her.
Absolutely, man. And we know she'll be watching. I'm excited to see you have that moment. And
That's it.
Dave Doherty asked who.
Maybe as soon as I had that play, we could rewind this moment back and play
Yeah,
the video back.
yeah, Jordan. Make sure you mark this one because I have a feeling that's going to come sooner rather than later for you. I don't think
Yeah,
we're going to make it too many games of the season before you
that's
have
it.
one that makes people go, holy cow.
Hopefully we get it done in Ireland.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think we will. Who's the best at the tip drill on the team?
Tip drill.
Yeah. Like do y'all still do the drills where they have the line knock it up, ball goes flying in the air and Is that what we're talking about, Dave?
No, I
More
don't
of a D
remember
line
that
drill,
joint.
huh? I just made me think of I don't know. That was making me think of an Odell story where I saw him. They're doing that drill, and the kid could not hit his hand with the ball because he was trying to tip in at the D ends catch it, and
Yeah, no,
poor
I
kid
don't remember that one.
yelled at him so long. Anyway, which game are you most looking forward to?
The Gators.
Okay,
I'm looking forward to that game because that's the lone rival. I mean, I grew up hating the Gators. I mean, my aunt, that's her favorite team. She been talking a lot of trash about the Gators, and I'm just ready to make her play that game so I can shut her up.
yeah, you got some time to convert her. I think.
Yeah, it's a little minute. That's the best thing about it. I got some time. I can get in my bag. I can get comfortable before that
Yep.
game, so I can light it up.
Yeah, you got 10 games before that one. You'll get to get nice in the rhythm and be ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, we still learning. We still in the lab, but it's a lot of time to perfect a lot of things before that game. That's the game I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Miami too, but Gators. That's the game.
Yeah, and we get them at home this year, so that'll be a
Yeah.
big one. What
hmm
what's something you talk about being in the lab working on the game with Coach Sertan. What's something that he's really got you working on that maybe you didn't even think that you like think about having to work on before you got to college or before you got under Coach Sertan? Has there been anything in your game that is kind of brand new to you that he's added that's kind of helping you go to that next level?
I always knew I need to work on my technique, like my press man technique, but eye discipline, hand discipline. Really, he been emphasizing my eyes, staying low. I find myself a little too high at times, and just hand placement. When to shoot the right hand, when it's a good time to shoot both hands. Kick, kick step, kick slide. I mean, he pointing out all the little things that I need to do to become the best player I can. But the most important thing we've been working on getting at is my press man technique.
So really, just like the small details in there, right?
Yeah,
Not just like, hey,
yeah,
be the strongest guy on the field. Now it's like, hey, you got
yeah,
to be. Everyone's gonna be the strongest guy on the field. You got to
yeah.
that hand's got to get right here. It can't be over
It got
here.
yeah, yeah. Just the little
Wilmer,
thing.
who's been the biggest influence on your game to date?
So we talking like NFL,
Yeah, yeah.
college, or just
What player
anyone?
maybe has had like the most
I'll
influence?
say Sauce Garner because I mean we share some of the same attributes. We kind of longer. It's one of the longer corners. I mean, so I've been paying attention to him a little more. He's a little newer, just trying to take little things out of his game because we I wouldn't say we have the same body type, but we still have that lengthy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I
So
mean,
I just been seeing how he move, how he play, like how he use, what type of technique he use, and how he just go about guarding some of the fast receivers, some of the heavier receivers. So I really just been. I have actually, Coach Moss had made some cut ups of some of his plays in the NFL for me to watch because I told him that's who I've been watching. Of course, I've been watching Jalen Ramsey, but Sauce Gardner I've been on him lately just because of just the size measurables and the comparison. So I just been on Sauce Gardner.
yeah, it's a good one. I mean, look, yeah, Jalen's great to watch. I just we can't all have 77-inch arms or
Yeah,
whatever. Even though but you're a long corner. I mentioned this again with Jalen, but like just we have so much length in the cornerback room. I mean, just
yeah,
as a Florida State fan, like kind of getting aside from the battles end, role for a second. I mean, just it is cool to see what y'all have in that room. I mean, I think y'all
yeah,
have 4 or 5 guys over 6 feet tall that
yeah.
can run just as well as anyone with receivers. And what was that like the first time walking in the DB room and be like, man, we got some. This kind of looks like a receiver room in here with the height.
I kind of already knew what I was walking into though, cause I seen it was one game I had seen Q. Now that he's my teammate and he's my brother now, but I seen him on TV one day when they were playing. I forgot who they were playing. They had all Garnet on. I said, dang, who was number 16? He long, like he looked way longer than me, like he big.
Yep.
And then from the day I walked in, I'm like, well, yeah, it's a couple on that look like him.
Yeah, and he's one that stands out. You got the picture right over your right shoulder. You can just see him kind of like eyes
Yeah.
wide, folks. Dupree Hundo asks, "Who's your favorite receiver to match up against?"
I know me and I found myself I go against Luane a lot. I go against him a lot. So out of all the receivers, I don't win against him the most. I mean, he's a great receiver. Man, good route running.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, another freshman. I mean, you guys, how hard do y'all push each other in practice? Like, is
We
it
push
get
each other hard. I mean, we go at it. I mean, he bring his best every time, and that's how we gonna get each other better. Going best, going on the best.
honest answer with me, Charles, because just the two of us talking, not 875 other people watching it. If you get an interception on the way, and do you hit the Wheezy dance, or do you hit a
No,
signature
I
dance?
probably one day. I've been telling myself that I ain't got that chance to intercept the ball on him yet, but I probably will.
You
You
get
know,
one. You got
we share the same, we stay in the same apartment, so you know, it's all tough love. So that would be a cool moment.
yeah, yeah. You get
But
one.
you gotta know when I catch that pick on him and do the wheezy on him,
He gets a TD on
and he
you.
get that chance, he gonna do it back on me.
I hope in like an episode of The Climb we get a cut up of that, like you do it to him
Yeah,
once, so we get to see him,
and
and
he
then
do
like
it. Yeah,
both you in the game. Him scoring a real touchdown, you getting a real pick.
yeah,
Yeah, we get the Wheezy dance famous again.
yeah.
Um, Hunter Gray asked, man, what was it about Mike Norvell that sold you early on in the recruiting process? I can't wait to watch you ball.
Just every time I came on campus, he was the same dude, same guy. I mean, he always. And then some other head coaches, when they show you that and tell you that you're their number one priority, sometimes they have three guys that's their number one. Like they don't even know who they really want. All three of them just good and just hoping they can grab one of them. But with him and the way he is and the way he made me feel and just he came to work. Every time I seen him, I mean, it was the same guy saying he outspoken, loud. Just like I heard you talking about, good morning. That's him every day. So he always made me feel like I was that top priority, and I believed him, and I still believe him, and I just know he gonna get me to where I want to be. Like that ain't no question.
It's just like, it seems to be the common theme with Coach Norvell. I mean,
Yeah.
the genuineness, with which he carries himself is really cool, and it's awesome that reflects. And Glenn Elliott asks, who's your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration, my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, she inspired me to do. I mean, if a lot of people got if people got know my mom, they'll know why I say this. Like my mom, people say I have a good heart, but that's why I get all my attributes and characteristics from my mom. And I just like I said, I want to get all the honor and glory to her. I mean, she made this, she paid the way for me. Like I watched her, like she was a single mom, just me and her in the house. I watched how she carried herself, how she treated me, and she always just made sure I was the number one priority to her, and that I would be in this position right now to go live out my dreams. So like, don't nothing else inspire me than her drive and urge to take care of me. I mean, she showed me like what tough times is. Like when times was tough, like she ain't complain. She got it done for me. So if don't nobody else inspire me, she do.
It's amazing, man, and I appreciate you sharing with us. I know, again, man, I know she's so proud of you, dude, and all the stuff that you have accomplished and the things you're going to accomplish. And I popped on the screen there for a second, but love to see Honor and your mom, and yeah, man, and just to kind of bring it full circle, then we'll let you get out of here. Tyreek
Nah,
Williamson
you
asks,
good.
Charles, what are you most excited for the incoming season for FSU?
I'm excited for revenge. You know, we on a world tour and they played with our name last year.
Yeah,
You know, we got it's get back season. It's a
literally
lot
a
of
world
things we
tour.
got to get off our chest.
We're going to Ireland. We're going to start there. We're going to bring it all
We
back
gonna
here.
bring it. I mean, it's a part of the story. We ain't going to Ireland for no reason. We ain't going to Ireland for no reason. We're gonna start the season on good in Ireland, and we're gonna make it back
How,
home safe, and then get ready for the wonderful 24 season. But yeah, like I said, we got a lot of stuff we got to get off our chest, and I'm pretty sure everyone on the team know that. Everyone on the team feel that, and I wasn't even on the team last year
right.
to share the experience with the team, and I know how it feels to go through something like that. So this year, this is a statement year.
It's been really really cool to watch the response to that, man. Like there's two ways to respond when you get screwed over, right? You can either say like, well, I guess all that was for nothing, and you can take your ball and you can go home and just kind of get get jaded by it, but it's cool to see the response in this locker room has been the opposite. Everyone's like, all right, well, y'all buckle down, let's work hard, let's go earn another spot in another playoff, and this time they can't keep us out. And
Yeah,
it's been really awesome to watch across the board, even folks like yourself who didn't join the team till the next semester,
yeah,
guys who transferred in, or
yeah,
guys like Darius and Mo who've been here 5 years and were here last
yeah.
year. It's the same response from everyone. It's like, fine, you want to keep us out, like we're going to show you what you kept out and why you made a mistake by just working even harder.
Yeah, that's why this time you don't even make it close. We don't even make it debatable.
Absolutely,
That's
man.
what we big on this shit. We ain't making it debatable. We once it's that time, they gonna know. They counting them in.
Non-debatable and undeniable, man. Well, Charles, we appreciate you stopping by, man. Thank you for sitting down with us for so long. Thanks for sharing everything you did with us, dude. I'm so fired up to see what you do this year. I know you're gonna have a huge year, and yeah, I can't wait for everyone across the country and across the world, I guess, to get to see it on the field.